Greetings, humans. I am buzzing right now because I just finished tracking a live sesh and I just finished mixing it. It is the old tune, Am I, from the old Pandemic EPs. And I wanted to see what it would be like to bring in a couple of my friends and cut it live together. You'll recognize Nahshon Seville. He's been on the channel before. And on guitar, my good friend Marc Malsegna. I asked Marc to get weird with sounds, and Marc delivered. If you're seeing this today, that means the tune is out. It's out on Spotify and all that good stuff. In addition to Am I, we also jammed and created something spontaneous, and that is also released, and I'll leave links to that below. Check it out. Most of the music that's been featured on this channel, on the Porta Studio, has been recorded one part at a time. Since this is the first time I actually tracked a live band in this studio together, I'm gonna walk you through that process in the setup. Let's start with the drums first. As you can see, Nahshon deadened up the kit straight up with some t-shirts that I provided and some towels. In terms of miking, it's only 3 mics. We've got the Shure SM7B on the kick drum. We've got our trusty Bayer Dynamic M201 on the snare. And then as a light overhead, I'm using the Vanguard Audiolabs V13 tube condenser. Oh, I love that thing. All 3 of those mics, 1, 2, and 3, are going into the Shure SE30. It's that 3-channel mixer that's got a built-in compressor. For this tune, I'm really hearing the drums being tight, so I kind of barely have the overhead mic in there, which is good because there's a lot of guitar bleed on that mic. In terms of guitar, these are his effects pedals. I don't know which ones were on. I definitely know he used the Eventide a lot. That was going into the Rollin' Jazz chorus, and I love miking the guitar with 1 dynamic and 1 condenser, and that's exactly what I did. I had the SM7B and the Shure KSM32. Checked for phase. Those are going through the BBC preamps, and then they're hitting the DBX 163 compressors slightly. That's the guitar tone. The bass, very minimal bass setup. It's just my Music Man Stingray plugged straight in, James Jamerson style, to the Motown tube preamp. This beautiful blue box sitting over here. If you're interested in purchasing any of these mics or these cables or equipment, I put that all down in the description. If you use my affiliate link, it does help the channel a lot, so I appreciate it. If you have any more questions about setup, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, we're going straight on to what's on the cassette. First of all, I used this Maxell UDS 60-minute tape. Let me quickly play you what the mix sounds like, and then I can break it down backwards from there, all right? Mono, everyone's mono. Drums are right here on track 1. Bass is here on track 2. Guitar is here on track 3. Let's listen to these drums solo. Check out the EQ I did for the mix. That's a lot of guitar bleed. But it's okay, because check out when I bring in the guitar. Now check out when I bring in the bass. This is a great example of where bleed is your friend. If you've heard the track, you're like, hey, that doesn't sound like the drums. That's because I have an insert cable right here, and just like on the original recording, where I sent the drum machine through this filter, I'm doing that to the live drums in these little A sections. So check this out. So that's Nahshon's drums. This might be the simplest bass recording I've ever made. I drove the signal pretty hot and the output pretty low. So that crunch you're hearing on the bass is nothing but this preamp. That's all that it is. Let's solo that guitar. You can barely hear Nahshon's drumming. It's in there, but it's barely there. Again, that's just the combined mics. That's the tone in terms of the recording tone. I wish I could solo the individual mics, but I can't because on tape we combined them. Woo! To double mic the guitar, when I was actually tracking, you put one input into channel 3, and then with the other mic, you assign it. See this, it says D-assign? That stands for direct assign. Change it to track 3. While you're recording, everything that's coming into here is also combining and recording to that. That's one of the benefits of having the extra 2 channels on this 4-track mixer. I get that question a lot. 4 tracks, but 6 channels. Mix down. I made a choice to keep it all live, but I did set up this effects chain to give these mono signals a little bit of spread, and I set this Echoplex delay to kind of a groovy 16th note feel. In my opinion, it helps propel the groove ever so slightly more. It's going into the dimension C also, which is stereo spreading it. That is coming into channels 5 and 6, which are hard panned. I really like what it does during that filtered section. I love my friends. I'm very lucky to have some great musician friends. Yes! Yeah. Damn, I think that was it.
That was kind of fire, man. That was fun. Not gonna lie.
So there's a level of comfort there that is really, really exceptional and puts me at ease. If they were musicians I didn't know very well, juggling cameras, juggling lights, juggling the engineering, and playing the bass at the same time, it's tricky business. That's cool. That was fun.